Arnold Barbosa Jr. repping the city of El Monte and the 626 in general.
Hey.
Arnold, bro, I haven't seen you since you won your last fight, bro, and you got that belt. I want to tell you because it was in London.
Yeah, Manchester.
Yeah.
We were all so hyped that you won, bro.
Yes.
And it's kind of, haven't been able to talk to you and have you here on Power 106. It feels like we won too. It feels like
we did win.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like we won.
Everybody did, man. Everybody did, man. All of LA, you know, all 626, SGV, man. Everybody won.
And you made sure to say that when you won. You were like, you know what? Shout out 626, shout out El Monte. I do this for them. You kind of cuss a little bit because the little thing, the little ticker on the screen is like, sorry for the bad language. That happens a lot with you, huh?
Yeah, I get hyped up. You know, I get hyped up in the moment, you know, and it was just a surreal moment to me. That's a dream come true. You know, you had like 20,000 fans booing me, you know, so it was dope, you know.
That was dope?
Yeah, it was. I was telling everybody that turned me on, bro. You know,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Boxer mentality. Boxer mentality.
No, but I mean, the thing is, like, in a sport like that, it's like as long as they're tuned in, right? As long as they're making a noise. If nobody cares, that's like the bad.
Yeah.
That's
if they're going to the restroom and getting beer while you're fighting.
So it's like the fact that they, even if they're booing you, it's like, well, they're reacting to you.
That's true.
It was cool, man. Like the walkout was the best because like I'm right there and I'm taking my time and I'm looking. All the fans are flipping me off, you know, like you know, they like have beers, you know, all drunk, and I'm like, oh man, this is cool. It can't get better than this.
That hyped you up more, like you were like, oh, I have to win now.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even like I knew I was gonna win, but I was just more like, oh man, this is gonna be dope when I win, you know, like. And then I had my people. I had like 20 people with me that put up with me, and I think the security they gave the security the results before I got, you know, before I won, before I announced it, because he went and he grabbed my people and goes, hey, you guys come down here. He's like, because they're gonna start throwing stuff at you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, he grabbed my people, and then like, and then during the fight, like I know I took my sparring partner, and my massage guy was with me, right? So like, some fan was like hitting my sparring partner in the back, just like like hitting him.
Damn. Oh,
and
they're kind of protecting you from walking out, and then they were getting hit.
Yeah, and then like someone threw a beer at my massage guy's head. Like it was just like, bro. It was
he rubbed
hostile.
it out though. He rubbed it out.
War zone. It was war, man. It was crazy.
That's wild,
bro. So now you come back home, and that fight was what 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah, like a little month, like a month ago.
It was not even a month, bro. I promise you, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
And straight from there to promoting this next fight happening May 2nd in Times Square in New York City. Okay, Arnold Barbosa Jr. is going to be fighting Teofimo Lopez, and I want to tell you this: I've seen Arnold in Las Vegas. I believe it was a Virgil fight. You had seen Teofimo in the crowd, right? And just seeing him just rouse you up. Like, you've been hating this fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been wanting this fight.
No, yeah, I've been wanting this fight for 4 years, you know, and man, it's just, you know, everything that I got put aside for him, you know what I mean? So people don't understand how personal this fight is for me, you know. We go back like 4 years of beef, you know. Wow. And now it's even more personal,
right?
You know, after yesterday's event.
What is it about prior to these events? What was it about, like, you guys beefing? Like, what started that whole thing?
What started it was when he was at 135, he was moving up to 140, and then there was like an interview that his dad did that he didn't know someone was recording him behind the scenes. Yeah. And when somebody sent it to me, and he was like, "Oh well, we're gonna take a tuna fight and fight Barboza," and then we're, you know, calling me tuna
that's
fight.
That's a diss. To call a boxer a tuna fight is basically saying, I'm winning, I just need to practice.
Right.
Wow.
Like a glorified sparring
like a little dub.
Yeah, because before that, me and Teo were cool. Like, we'll see each other. Like, when we fought in the same, when he fought Loma, I was the co-main event. And I was like, hey, bro, I'm rooting for you. Like, you know, like, you know, because when he was doing the same things that I was doing, trying to get a big fight. So he was like showing up to hotels where Loma was at and trying to get big fight. He was like trying to come up, you know? And so I felt that. I was like, oh, bro, like, you got your shot, man. Like, I'm going for you, But then after that, man, after that win, everything's
the disrespect.
Once you learn what they think about you, then you can't look at them the same.
Can't, man.
And I think already where the cloth you're cut from, Arnold, like, they're still cold. It's like, you don't disrespect, like, regardless of the antics of maybe boxing sometimes, it's like, no, I'm still gonna mess you up. Like, I don't like that you did that. It's disrespectful. And here's what it is. So yesterday there was a press conference right here in Los Angeles at the Mayan, and it's Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. It's Devin Haney versus Jose Garcia. Arnold Barbosa Jr. versus Teofimo Lopez. I gotta say, you could tell the energy that the fight between you and Teofimo, it stole the show.
No, yeah, I think me and Teofimo are the main event, man. Like I think we have more, like, our fight has more on the line than any of the fights that they're there.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me and him are fighting for the WBO and the Ring magazine, you know, for the Lineal champ, you know. So it's a lot on the line, you know, and plus the beef, you know what I'm saying? So it's real, man. It's real. This ain't fake.
I gotta tell you, you guys had a face off, and when we saw what happened. So they go on their face off, and Teofimo is wearing, is it a tejana? Is it
like a cowboy hat? Cowboy hat. Yeah.
And Arnold flicks it off because they got to look at each other. And I could tell you flicked it off because it's like he's trying to get in your face, but the brim is hitting you. Yeah. And you guys get to pushing. He gives I guess the top rank full his belts, and then he slaps you, Arnold. Before you could even react, they swoop you up. Security does. I'm sure in that moment, bro, if you weren't mad already, it's over. Like, once you can get your hands on him, legally, in the ring, you are going to get your hands on him.
Nah, we're getting it back in blood, man. May 2nd. I promise that. Like, but, you know, going back to what you said, the whole incident, you know, I was, you know, I did, like, his hat hit me on my forehead, so I took it off. I didn't flick it off hard. I just took it off because I wanted to get in his face. I wanted to get in his eyes, you know. And he backed up, and then he gave the bout, and that's when he gave me the little slap. And man, like, everything, like, about, like, fighting there, like, I just blacked everything. I zoned out. Like, I was heated, you know. And then you know, behind the scenes, man, it was even crazier.
I bet. We're not gonna talk about behind the scenes because we want the bag.
We went on auto drive.
But they
no, because you gotta right. Teofimo is New York. Is he from East Coast or what?
He's, man, I think, like, he's like a mutt, bro. Like, I don't think he deserves. Like,
where would be like his?
Well, according to that, to Google, he is from New York, Brooklyn.
Okay, so let's say he's out that way. Arnold's home.
Yeah.
So even if Arnold don't do anything, I've seen Arnold's homies.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like when you do something to somebody that people really care about out here, it's like, wait, what? You did that here?
Yeah. Respect is everything out here.
Yeah.
I gotta say I'm with you though, because there is like an esteem that Teofimo Lopez has, and I'm not too sure if it's like, I was telling the guys, I'm like, no, he's crazy. Like, I really think this fool is crazy.
Yeah, you did say
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Like, I know him and his dad have had a rocky relationship where it's kind of been a lot of outbursts. Teofimo Lopez, he came through. He kind of looked like Jack Sparrow. I think he was trying to dress up like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Makeup on and everything.
He put eyeliner on. Yeah, I don't know where he's at right now.
Wow.
Like, even
they
like.
also try to steal your fit, kind of.
Yeah, bro.
Like, leather.
Weird,
hey, but mine was G, bro. I had like the blue rag on the inside.
Like
you know, like mine was dope, bro. You know, like mine was custom made.
Blue's his favorite color. Blue's his favorite color.
I wasn't putting, you know, makeup and
eyeliner.
And, you know, he was going for something. He had like a Party City costume on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That's what reminds me of.
And then he came with like which is weird because he was trying to diss Arnold.
Yeah.
But I don't think he dissed Arnold because he came with this long paddle. And he's like, this is the giant slayer. And I'm like, so you're calling Arnold a giant? Like,
right.
Yeah, but
it's just a weird, like, what do you mean? Because they're also trying to, like, he's like, oh, but he's not a giant, but this is a giant, but this is for him. What is it, Teofimo?
Yeah.
Is there part of you that if once you fight, you can be friends again? Is that a thing?
I don't think that me and Teo could ever be friends in this life or any other life.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, I think after we fight, like, I don't like. I always have, like, I'll maybe respect him as a fighter, but like I probably won't even shake his hand I can't respect him as a person, his dad, as a person, his man. Like, his dad didn't raise a man. You know what I'm saying? His dad's not a man himself. You know, so that's why, like, when his dad's right there, like, just wolfing on the sideline.
Yeah, he was talking during the press conference.
And I'm like, bro, like, that's why, like, your son acts the way he acts because look at who raised him. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
Shots fired.
I'm telling you,
we need a tag team fight.
Okay, speaking of dads,
would be sick.
Because your dad's in your corner too, and I love to see it. Anywhere you go, your dad's there. You know, he's part of your camp. He's making sure that you're good and you're right. Do your dad and his dad ever or have, I guess, take part in the beef that you and Teofimo have, or are they just like, let our boys just kind of go at it?
Well, I think Teofimo's dad is more like he interacts a lot, but my dad's not like that. You know, my dad's in the back in the cut. You know, so but my dad. You know, yesterday he turned different. Yeah. You know, he turned into his old self. Yeah. You know, and I really
he
like.
peep game. Yeah, he just was like, nah, we're not doing this.
Dude, I see my dad like when the security guard was kidding me off. I see my dad in the other corner because he was by on the other side. And I see him the security like getting him up. You know, and then I told my dad like, he's like, man, I can't believe, you know, I got out of my
I got a character.
You know? Yeah. Because like he got into his own self, you know?
To the 90s.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
South Del Monte.
Yeah. I was like, damn, dad.
Had to
like,
regulate something.
Yeah, but nah, you know what? You can see the difference though, you know, like it's like, you know, even the press conference in New York, I said, you know, my dad raised a real man, you know, like look at who raised, you know, Teofimo, you know, you just see it. You know
Those are fighting words.
No, it is.
You saying that.
Yeah.
It's like
and again, sometimes
with
with boxing, you know, and I saw it, Rolly kind of tripped me out a little bit because his answers were a little bit like a couple words, and he's usually like, he clowns, right?
Yeah.
But usually, like, those are the comebacks, the ones that make you laugh.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I'm going to make him eat his foot or whatever. It's just dumb stuff. But you could tell that these comebacks and these words that Teofimo and that Arnold Barbosa Jr. say to each other is real. And he was like, nah, I can't even say it. It's a bunch of bleeps. Now he's a bing, and I'm a bing him up. Like, that's all Arnold wants to say. Like, regardless of, like, the jokes, I really want to him up.
Right.
Yeah, no, I really like, you know, especially after yesterday, like I really want to, like, I just want to go to camp, lock in.
Yeah.
And I just want to get my hands on May 2nd. You know, I want it back in blood, bro. I really do.
You do.
I've never if you think like Jose Ramirez was like, I trained hard for them for Catterall, you know, and then when I fought like Salcedo back in the day, like this is like 10 times. You know, and like I really I'm so excited and I just anxious to get in the ring. Like I want my fist to hit him. You know what I mean? Like I really do.
I can tell. Like I'm sitting next to him and I feel it.
I'm still.
You're shaking from anger. I get it.
Up or down? Like, do you have to maintain weight, or are you going down? Like,
nah, look, dude. Like yesterday, I was out there, and then like Ramirez and Rolly were like, "Hey, bro, you look like you're at weight already." I was like, "Bro, I was like, man, I just fought. Like, I don't think anybody understands. I've been trying to explain to people, like, name someone in boxing right now that like is doing what I'm doing right in the past, you know, 6 months. In a 6 month span, I'm fighting 3 of the top 5 guys in my division.
Right.
You know, I'm not going like, oh, tough fight, man, I'm gonna win this fight, tough fight, you know, or fight once and then 6 months later I'm gonna fight again. You know, like they're calling it a new era of boxing, but I'm like, man, I'm a throwback fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been fighting. Yeah, I know, no tune-ups. Like you're going from Ramirez being the underdog in Saudi, going to the UK being the underdog against Catterall.
Yeah, now, getting flipped off or going to the crowd because they just expected you to just.
New York underdog against his hometown.
Hey,
you know,
that means we gotta ride out in New York.
We do. We are.
Because again, Teofimo, if you're gonna rely on the home court advantage, that don't even work with Arnold.
Hey, they don't even like him.
Yeah, true.
Like, bro, we're in New York and they're like booing him, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all. Like, bro, you don't have like you don't represent like a hometown, bro. It's sad. Like, I got a mural in my city. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh my God, Arnold Barbosa Jr. man.
You know, like, come on.
What weight is it? Right,
super lightweight, 140.
Okay, 140. So, do you think, I guess, in your near future, that you're gonna be eyeing maybe someone that's on Golden Boy 2, like Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, like, you know, of course, you know, like everyone came to the division at 140. Now they're moving on to 147 already.
Got you.
I'm like, where are you guys going,
bro?
You guys got
here. You're right.
Yeah. So.
I'm curious. So the Times Square, it's saying, you know, Fatal Fury at Times Square. So where is it gonna be exactly? Is it gonna be outdoor?
Yeah, it's gonna be right at Times Square. So they're like literally like, you know where the ball drops at?
Yeah.
So the ring's gonna be right there in Times Square on the outside. It's gonna be all over the jumbotron screen.
So tight.
It's gonna be hella cool.
And they're gonna let it free to the public.
Yeah, it's free. So if you're like walking down the street or you're coming out of a restaurant, you can just watch the fight.
And it's not just it's not just a random fight. It's these are monsters that are on this card.
It's a crazy card.
Where's the locker room?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know, bro. I'm like, you better have some tents set up, bro.
Can we at the Forever 21?
You gotta walk into the T-Mobile. And in the T-Mobile corner.
You know, you were kind of going back and forth. I believe it was with Theo about Top Rank. Okay, so last fight when you fought Jose Ramirez, you were saying how you've always wanted to fight this fool, but the managers always got in the way. And I'm sure with Top Rank, they kind of made things not very difficult for you. It seems like as a fighter. Now with Golden Boy, it seems like you're getting the fights that you want. Is there a difference with boxers and what promotional companies that they get to? Like, do you having been on a few different, on Top Rank and on Golden Boy, do you see like, oh, this is the difference? I wasn't tripping when I was asking for certain things.
Yeah, man. You know, I tell people like the best way I can explain it is like the NFL, right? It's like you got Sam Darnold, who was with the Jets and was horrible, and then he went to the Vikings and started killing it. You know, it's just like it's just like the situation. It's the organization,
the team behind
you know what I mean? Yeah. And when I was with Top Rank, you know, they had at one point they had all the 140 pounders, like everybody, all of us, and I was begging for fights and they wouldn't give them to me. You know, for whatever reason, these fighters didn't want to take them. You know, it's a high risk, low reward. I get it. You know, but you know, at that point, I was like, man, like, you know.
What does that do to you that you're like, well, what do I do?
I'm fighting guys that are like, I was taking risk and they were good and no one knew who they were, but I'm fighting them, you know. And then at the end, too, like a lot of people don't understand, like the beef with me and Teo goes deeper than just words and actions, you know what I mean? It goes because at the end of my Top Rank contract, Top Rank was like, all right, look, we're going to try to get you the Teo fight one more time. I talked to Bob Arrow myself. He's like, I'm going to try to get you the Teo fight one more time. If he doesn't take the fight, then we'll grant you release, you know? If not, and I was like, all right, cool. He goes, but if he does take the fight, we have to resign you. I said, that's fine.
And so he could have taken the fight.
He could have taken the fight, bro. They offered the fight three or four times. Wow. I have receipts, bro. I have receipts.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know,
so he's been running this fade for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Top Rank's been taking care of him, bro. Like, you know, like they made him the super champion, which he was allowed to, like, for a year and a half to pick and choose who he wants in the top 15. You know, and that's why I was telling him, like, bro, your last 3-4 fights, like, they had to rank guys higher for you to fight him. Like, they had a guy with 7 losses, and you trying to say he's better than me? Like, you trying to say, come on, bro. Yeah, come on. Like, he's just BSing, bro, you know? Yeah.
One, I'm very proud of you for not saying one cuss word.
Same. I literally was thinking
that. He's been very PG.
Killing it, bro.
You know, I'm my blood's boiling, you know?
I know.
You know?
He's still hot off yesterday.
And I get it. Like, I'm watching the video, and I'm like, fool, I would still be heated and shaking.
Were you able to sleep last night?
You know what? I slept like a baby, bro, last night. You know what, bro? I had to get on my knees to say my prayer, bro. You know, and ask God for forgiveness at my actions. But you know, but I'm gonna have to ask him for forgiveness again on May 2nd,
that
bro.
Part.
I mean, like, I already know, bro.
It's gonna be insane. May 2nd in Times Square. It's called Fatal Fury for a reason, and I think you're the reason. Arnold.
Call it Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I want to talk about Devin Haney real quick. Because he got the booze out here. Yeah. And then low-key makes me feel bad because I'm like, oh, I have too much emotional attachment to you fools because you guys are like, we're men. And then I hear a boo and I was like, no, he's a good guy.
You've interviewed him and stuff before.
Yeah, right? Haney came here. Yeah. And he just seems very clean cut. He seems, but for lack of a better term, that softness may do you not the best in boxing. You know, we've seen him go through like these trials with Ryan Garcia, first having lost very embarrassingly, then going through like the trial stuff and then not working out in his way, and now going up and saying I'm bigger, I'm better than ever, and everyone's like, whoa, they almost don't care what he says. Yeah. Because they just don't like him. How do you feel about him, I guess, being this villain role? I think he's too nice to be a villain, but apparently he's
like a reverse villain.
He's a villain in boxing now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't see him as a villain. I don't even see him acting like a villain. Like, you know, like
no, he just goes up and says, hi, everybody.
Yeah.
What?
Nah, dude, I was tripping out on that too. Like, when he came on, everyone's booing. I was like, dang, bro. Like, and I was right next to Ramirez. And I'm like, hey, like, you're bro. He's like, hey, you know. And Ramirez, man, we like after, because me and him have always been cool people, man, cool friends.
They're like, literally sitting next to each other on our table yesterday. They just fought like a couple months ago, a few months ago. Yeah. And Arnold won, and they're just like, hey, bro, isn't this crazy?
Like, now before the fight, like, me and him were always cool. Like, we talk, and he'll message me. Respectfully. Because he's very respectful, and I'm very respectful, you know? And after the fight, now even I got his number, like, we text, or, you know, we hit each other up, you know. And I was actually if I wasn't gonna fight Teo, like, I was gonna help him a few sparring sessions, you know.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? But Devin Haney's dad in New York was like, hey, I heard you want to help Ramirez so Devin Haney could lose and you don't fight Devin. And I was like, bro, what are you talking about? I was like, Devin, how many times have I been in your DMs asking you to fight me? And he's like, no, yeah, Dad, yeah. I was like, come on, bro.
Dad is trying to stir things up.
No, Bill Haney, he is the drama. He's the one that gets it back and forth for his son. Like, as soft, I hate saying soft, but as
nice.
Yeah.
Gentle.
as Devin is, Bill's the one getting it for him.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bill's a promoter, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he is. You know, he looks for the future. You know, that's why he's kind of. I ever see him like already looking like, all right, that's a possible fight. You know.
Yeah.
I mean?
So. Well, where would you fight him though? Is it gonna be like in the ring or in the courtroom?
Oh man, that's why I ain't gonna fight him, bro. Like I ain't fighting that dude.
Yeah, well,
I ain't fighting that fool, bro.
See, I feel bad for him when you say things like that. Do you think it's a good or a bad thing that for dads to be involved in your boxing life? I know your dad is different but then I'm seeing a Bill and then I'm seeing Teofimo's dad. Do you think it's good or bad?
I think when fathers act the way they act like kids, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a good look. But you know, it's like I don't think they know how to separate, you know, boxing and life. You know what I mean? Like me and my dad, like I'm saying, we're in the gym. He's my coach. Like it's business. This is business. I'm paying him. You know, we're getting money together. You know, but outside the ring, like I swear, we get in the car, we go upstairs when we eat. Like we don't talk about boxing no more. The only time we'll talk about it is like for film. Yeah. But we won't talk about business. We won't talk about nothing. It's like father son.
Yeah.
I love that.
You know, we separate that.
You know how to separate.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you know, I don't think that they've ever instilled fear in their kids. You know what I mean? Because like I'm scared of my dad. You know, what I mean? Like he knocked me out back in the day. You know what I mean? Like you know, so like
as an accident.
Yeah.
Tickling you.
You know, so like
that's real.
That might just be a Mexican dad thing.
I'm scared of this fool. What are you talking about?
You always carry that.
It's good though.
Even
it's
my
good.
mom.
Yeah. Keeps you in line.
Yeah.
Speaking of being a dad, you and your daughter is so beautiful to see because she wasn't at the London fight. But there's video of her reacting to you winning. Just seeing her be so proud of dad, I'm sure that motivates you too.
Oh man, my little Eddie bug. You know, I had to miss her birthday when I was in the UK. You know, it was on the 10th, so I was out there. But yeah, she you know, there's reactions of her going back, you know, way back, you know, when I win. Actually there's a reaction of her when she seen the video when Teo hit me. So she's like,
what?
Yeah, so she's watching the video and she's like, what? You hit? My dad's gonna get like. She's like, that's my little chola right there.
I was about to say, she must be turned up at school because she'd be like, my dad will beat all you guys up.
Bro,
she's not lying,
bro. Back then, so like when she first started school, she was always getting in trouble for fighting. You know?
No, she wasn't.
I swear,
She's
bro. Like so,
they
did.
She's
like,
little still.
Yeah, she was like she wasn't even. She's getting a kindergarten coming up, but she's like in this Montessori school.
Oh, Montessori.
Yeah. So she's there, and then like she was getting toilet paper and putting it on her hands and saying it was like wraps.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Like and then like I was like, dang, mommy, like they're gonna kick you out because they're saying like, yeah, bro, they want to kick her out.
Yeah. You supposed to be learning about triangles and squares, not squaring up.
Yeah. Are you thinking about putting her in boxing?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's gonna come natural. You know, like my 11-year-old, my son, he's boxing deep right now in it. So I just don't want to push him. You know, I like first of all, I'm not a trainer, so I will not train my kids, bro. I suck at training. I don't even know how to put on my own raps, bro. And I've been boxing. You know what I mean? So
you got someone else do it for you.
So my pops is in charge of all that, you know.
Okay.
But I think she is, man. You know, I just think like it's crazy. She'll be wearing like Elsa dress, but watching boxing. You know, like,
it's a ballet.
Yeah. Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, Arnold Barbosa Jr.,
Yes.
I love that you came through, bro. You're family. Like, you're the primo of Brown Bag Mornings, and we love seeing you win. We got as he did, as your daughter did when we saw what Teofimo did, and more so than anything, knowing you're not gonna let that slide. No. And when we see it is May 2nd in Times Square.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be insane.
Cool fight.
Not just Arnold Barbosa Jr., but Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney versus Jose Garcia, and Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. It's in that lineup is stacked. That's Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Yep.
It's a Friday, no?
Yeah, it's a
gonna
Friday
be
because Canelo fights.
I was telling them like Canelo owns that weekend.
Yeah.
But the best thing we could do is hit that Friday right before.
Yeah.
And we never got to personally thank you for rocking the Brown Bag Mornings patch.
Bro.
At your last fight.
So
So,
fire.
you know, now that you're
That
here,
was so
we want to say
tight.
thank you.
I was zooming into your butt. It was on the back. I was like, look, that's us right there. that rooster.
Yeah, man.
thank you,
Hey,
man.
bro, I appreciate it, man. It was an honor, man. Like, you guys are family, too, man. Like, ever since, you know, I signed with Golden Boy, man, you guys been hitting it hard with me, man. And I appreciate it. And it was an honor, man. You know, it was dope. You know, it was dope.
It was
but
tight.
it was hard to put on the shirt because my shorts were made out of this weird material, bro. The flags, you know, so it was kind of hard.
Nah, but we
It's
appreciate you, man. We in your corner.
I appreciate it.
And we got a tattoo artist, so we can just put it on your arm. I see there's a little free space.
Hey, come on in.
We'll figure it out.
Keep it here. Sparrow 106, LA's #1 for hip hop.